Welcome to Benson Hospital and our groundbreaking today. While this isn't exactly the weather we planned for, nor is it the weather that I ordered, it's the weather that we have. And it's fitting for us, for this milestone, for us to really have this weather because it highlights the incredible need for this project that we're going to announce today. One of the challenges that we have here is that our CT, while we have an excellent imaging department, our CT is outside of our main hospital, and so patients have to be transported outside of the hospital to get their CT. So this project is really about patient experience and quality to really provide state-of-the-art experience and state-of-the-art technology for Benson. I started my role at Benson Hospital about 2 years ago, and the first day in my office I saw this shovel. And I asked some of my new colleagues, why was there a shovel in my office, and was there something that I should know about? And they kind of laughed nervously because we had really just started to get to know each other. And they said it was from the last groundbreaking in 2008. So I told them that we would use it again. And given our financial position at the time, they were pretty dubious, but I was confident. And I was confident, I never doubted that we would get to today, because while Benson Hospital struggled like so many rural hospitals across the country, the staff, the leadership, the physicians were committed to providing exceptional health care with compassion. Every day, they showed up, no matter what the challenges were, and made it work, kind of like today. What I really felt was that we had the secret sauce to make this an even better hospital. We just needed to have a more solid foundation upon which to build. So here we are today with our leadership from Benson Hospital, the leadership team, all of the people that have put so much time into this. Mayor Conrad, we're so happy that you are here with us today. Our partners, Scott, our architect, and Barker. This is really just an incredible milestone for us. And it is a true milestone for our Benson community that has contributed to this. This resource that we're going to talk about today will be part of the San Pedro tax district and really will be an asset for the community. So while today may be cloudy, our future is certainly bright at Benson Hospital. And without further ado, I would like to introduce a member of our board of directors, perhaps one of the greatest champions for Benson Hospital, and my friend, Ann Cook.
Thank you. Back in 1970, this new hospital opened its doors and began taking patients in. It was just 2 months before my family of 7 moved here from Michigan and landed in St. David and went into the RV resort business. Right shortly after that, I became a county nurse. I had 2 jobs. I had the nursing job, and then I had the park as well. It was in the mid-'80s when we finally sold the park that I worked at Benson Hospital. And things were pretty rudimentary at that time. We were also taking care of long-term care patients because the nursing home had not even been built yet. And so it was quite a challenge. We had a lot of downs during those years, financially and particularly, but we had a wonderful staff working. So until I retired some years later in the 90s, we had done a few things to improve the hospital. Shortly after that, as Julia said, the groundbreaking happened to put in the new emergency department. And that was quite exciting. And we have Jim Colby, who happened to be a congressman at that time, to thank because he got us some federal funding for it. So that was quite a project, watching that go up, and the board, by this time I was on the board. I had retired, and I decided to see if I could come on the board because I was so interested in the place. So from there, we then began to add some rooms so that the specialists could come down and have consultation with the patients here in town to save them. At that time, our population was beginning to get quite a bit older, and so traveling was quite a problem for him. Even to this day, we have some wonderful specialists that do come in. We also began adding a lot of imaging, the CT and ultrasound. So over the years, what has happened is we seem to keep adding things. And as other hospitals rural hospitals were biting the dust and having to close their doors, we were hanging on. And with the years going by and problems getting more difficult as far as the financing for the hospital, the blessings were that TMC came to help us through. And so I think in the upshot of this whole thing, with the wonderful staff that we have here, and the surveys always show how caring people are when they come into the hospital here. So over the years I've heard these remarks, I'd rather go to Benson Hospital than any other place. And we have to remind them that Benson Hospital only has so many features that we can give them. But with this new imaging, this is thrilling. And we certainly have to thank TMC for helping to make this happen. Thank you.
And I realized that I forgot to introduce myself when I kicked this off. That's the first thing you're supposed to do. My name is Julia Strange, and I am the CEO here at Benson Hospital. I would like to next introduce you to the person who has really championed this through, or our leader who is head of this, her name is Amanda Osuna. She is a nurse, and she is our executive director of outpatient services. So she's going to tell you a little bit about the project that we are building.
Thank you, Julia. I'm very excited that we've finally reached this point. This has been about a year's work in planning and working with our architect, Scott, and selecting a contractor to this groundbreaking. So it's very exciting. We have about 2,000 square feet of brand new construction that's going to house this new imaging equipment, along with 1,400 square feet of remodel. All of our imaging equipment will be located in one suite. We're going to have a ring road that will start at the north of the property and go all the way around the building, so you can access our new outpatient area from either direction. We will have a new admitting area, and the best part of all of this is the new equipment that we're going to be getting. The CT scanner is a GE scanner. It's going to be the first one of the type installed in Arizona. Super quick. What it means for the patient, in the ER, you get your imaging in and out of that scanner. It gets sent to the provider. Very clear, bright results. The X-ray equipment is the best GE has to offer. Again, less radiation to the patient. The first image, the right time, the right image the first time, so less repeat exams. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. And then ultrasound equipment, another GE ultrasound. It has logic view, which gives expanded panoramic view. So it's all around just better quality image, better a better diagnostic tool for the clinicians. So I don't know. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at words today. But I'm happy that we're at this point and we have a great team in place to make this all happen for the patient. So thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. So Amanda was our director of nursing, and I said, how would you like to lead this project in our outpatient program? And she stepped up like we do here in Benson Hospital, and she made it happen. So thank you, Amanda. I would like to just mention that our partners in radiology services here at Benson is Radiology Limited in Tucson, that's based in Tucson. So it's a great partnership, and we really look forward to continue to working with Radiology Limited on this service line. Next, I'd like to let our project manager, Tyler Barker, if you could come up and just say a few words about the project.
Hi everybody, my name is Tyler Barker. I work for Barker Contracting. We are the contractor going to be on site, charged with the upgrades and imaging portions, the stuff that Amanda just talked about. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Benson Hospital for giving us the opportunity to do this work, and we look forward to a smooth construction process. Thank you.
And we have enjoyed great support from the city of Benson since the beginning. When I first got here, I sat down with then Councilmember Conrad and Mayor Tony King, and we had a great conversation about the future of Benson Hospital and our vision. And now Councilmember Conrad is Mayor Conrad, and so I'd like you to come up and say a few words for us.
Thank you, Julia. Well, I shared with Julia when she was talking about how bad the weather turned out today that my friends and family in Northwest Ohio woke up to 12 inches of snow, high winds, and about 10 degrees. So I'm happy to be here with you. I first met Julia at the Benson Hospital Community Health Fair 2 years ago in March. And at that time, I was the vice mayor of Benson. Julia introduced herself as the new CEO of Benson Hospital and asked if we could meet sometime to discuss her plans. So about 2 weeks later, we sat down and Julia outlined this bold plan for the Benson Hospital and explained to me that Benson Hospital was now part of the TMC healthcare network. That immediately got my attention. So too many times when we learn about mergers and acquisitions, we think about job loss and loss of services. Julia and TMC had a better idea. They decided they were going to build this hospital up. So they've held to that plan and brought several enhancements already to the hospital, as well as the TMC Family Healthcare Center, which that's where my family doctor happens to be. So we also now have the Benson Hospital Laboratory Draw Station, the satellite draw station. So today we're here celebrating groundbreaking for a new state-of-the-art imaging center. This new addition is going to bring capabilities to our local hospital that were only available at larger out-of-town hospitals. We will no longer need to travel out of town for these services. Additionally, these imaging services will bring people from out of town to Benson. An added bonus will be the creation and retention of good-paying, stable jobs right here at home. None of this would be possible without the hard work and dedication from the people who operate and staff these facilities. You have most recently stepped up to help navigate our community through the COVID pandemic. You've been here to administer the COVID vaccine. No one knew 2 years ago that this was coming our way. You stepped up in a big way, and words can't describe the gratitude that is felt for you being here. Julia, in recognition of your accomplishments and as an encouragement to continue on your path, I would like to present the Benson Hospital organization with the key to the city of Benson. I hope it will find a home somewhere on a wall of this institution that remains as such an important part of our Benson community. Thank you, Benson Hospital, for being such a valuable resource and a community partner. We welcome this new imaging center to Benson. So, Julie, if you'll indulge me here.
Wow.
You'll notice that it's missing an inscription, but
Thank you.
we will get
Thank
that
you
done
very
for you.
much. Could we actually just take, Councilman Boyle, could you come up and get a picture with us too here? I know, I'm just terrible.
I was perfectly
I
content.
know, you're perfectly content, but
Yeah.
we're going to do this. So can we
Okay.
just get some photos here?
Don't try to be invisible.
And so again, thank you, Councilmember Boyle, for being here today. We really appreciate it. I work with your wife every day, and she keeps me true to the Benson way, and I appreciate it. So lastly, I would actually like to ask John Young, who I've known for a very long time, and I was really thrilled when John joined our board as one of the TMC members, and now he has stepped into the chair role. So John, if you could come up, he'll say a few words, and then it doesn't look like it's raining. So for those who would like to walk out to the back lot, we will do a little groundbreaking in the cold and the wind, and then we'll come back inside where it's warm.
As Julia said, my name is John Young. I'm a member of the TMC board and now a member of the Benson board as chairman. And I want to acknowledge Susan Willis from the TMC but she's put together the Southern Arizona Hospital Alliance, and 26% of TMC's business comes from the rural hospitals in Southern Arizona. So the rural hospitals are really important to TMC. And when we had the opportunity to get involved with Benson Hospital, I think it was a great partnership. And I really appreciate that everybody's here for this groundbreaking, and all of us look forward to when it's completed and operational, and it will be an asset for the city of Benson. Thank you.
I would also like to recognize Scott Veltman. He is our architect, and he has been with us since the day that I called him and said, I need to do something with imaging, can you help? And he's been really helpful in guiding us through this, so thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
All right, so who would like to walk out to the dirt? I'll never go away, huh?
Will you hold the door for me, Hope? Two, three.